Hi everybody. I want to share with you today about probably the best known psalm of all psalms, and there are many amazing psalms in the Bible. But Psalm 23, I think, has been a favorite for many, many believers over the centuries since David wrote it so many thousands of years ago. And what I want to focus on really is this idea of the Lord as our shepherd, and really the significance of that. Of course, it starts by saying, Psalm 23 verse 1, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Now, let's consider for a moment that statement, "I shall not want." Who can claim such a thing? Who can say in my life, I don't want for anything? I don't need anything. I don't lack anything. Everything in my life is exactly the way that it should be. It sounds almost like a fairy tale. It sounds almost too good to be true. The key to this kind of life, the key to being able to also say, well, I shall not want either, is, of course, the presence of the shepherd. Now, David understands this perhaps a little bit better than most of us, but sheep are defenseless animals. They need someone that would lead them to a place where they could find water, to pasture. They need someone to protect them against predators and so forth. Sheep are not the smartest of animals, of course, and quite, like I said, vulnerable to the attacks of a whole array of different kinds of predators. But when the shepherd is present in the life of the sheep, then what that shepherd signifies, what the shepherd represents to the sheep, is literally everything that sheep could ever need, that the sheep could ever want or desire. You see, when we are following with others, when we are following together, when we are going after our shepherd, when we are allowing the good shepherd to lead us, as it were, then this kind of claim to say, I shall not want, is true, not because we are living a wonderful life, not because things are always easy, but because the shepherd who is present with us will, as he says, lead us to still waters, lead us to a place where there are green pastures, that he would be the one that will protect us, even in the valley of shadow, even when we are in a place where our enemies are surrounding us. He will still be the one that is with us, that he will guide us, as it says in the psalm, in the way that leads to righteousness. That only happens when we are following after him, who is our good shepherd. Now, of course, Jesus identifies himself as the good shepherd. Very well known. John 10 from verse 11, he says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. Now, I think that people are more valuable than sheep, most definitely. I think Jesus is more valuable than I am. That is what makes it so amazing, that Jesus, as the good shepherd, is not just willing to do it, but in fact, he has done it. He laid his life down for us who are undeserving, who are unworthy of this love, of this kind of dedication, devotion, this kind of sacrifice. Jesus identifying himself as the one that we need to follow. And if we were to do that, we could also then live this promise, I shall not want. I want to close with considering just what David writes in the last verse of this psalm, verse 6. He says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That is so beautiful. That is so profound. Imagine this journey of life where we are going and we are seeking after God and we are pursuing him. And sometimes things are difficult, but whenever you turn around, lo and behold, goodness and mercy is following right after. I want to put it like this. His mercy and his goodness shall follow those who follow him. It follows those who follow in the footsteps of the shepherd. And the promise of everlasting life means that we have a hope that even if things are going not so good, even if in the world we see wars and rumors of wars and famines and disasters, even when we are ourselves maybe feeling like a failure, feeling like I'm not doing good enough, I'm not living up to this amazing standard that God has called me to, yet the shepherd will not abandon the sheep. Yet he has promised that after this life, we will dwell in his house, in the house that he is preparing for us forevermore. I pray that this will encourage you today, that you will remember that you can follow many paths in your life, but if you follow the shepherd, goodness and mercy shall follow you, and you shall not want. May God bless you.